Ms. Waters for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Chair Gensler, last Congress, our nation's capital markets saw huge price swings in so-called meme stocks like GameStop. As chairwoman, I convened 3 hearings, including one with the CEOs from Robinhood, Citadel, and hedge funds. We also heard from you. I later released a committee report detailing how gamification, payment for order flow, and weak oversight contributed to investors being fleeced. Following our hearings, our committee advanced several pieces of legislation to fix those problems, including my bill to finalize short-selling rules and provide more clarity around hedge fund positions. You picked up where Congress left off and implemented some of these bills through rulemaking. Can you talk about the reforms you passed, as well as what additional market structure and market integrity reforms did the SEC work on? How would these reforms increase competition and reduce conflicts of interest?
Thank you very much. I'd highlight 4 things that we've done. Just last week, actually, we unanimously adopted rules that had been put out to notice and comment about the market structure itself, promoting greater competition in that market, and in that case, relaxing a restriction in the market that now markets could quote in tighter increments, called half a penny rather than a full penny increment, and lowering the fees in the market. But earlier, we also proposed, adopted, and implemented shortening the settlement cycle. So now in America, if you sell your securities on a Monday, you get your cash on a Tuesday. You used to have to wait till Wednesday. And believe it or not, that matters to a lot of people, to get that cash earlier. We also, per Congress's mandate out of the Dodd-Frank Act, we adopted a rule on some disclosure around short selling. And we also adopted some rules with regard to disclosure to clients about the execution quality, the quality in the markets they get when they sell securities. So those are the 4 items that we've done. And I think it does promote greater competition to allow people to quote stocks in tighter increments. And I do think it also helps capital formation. If the markets are more efficient, it helps both sides of the market. I think that it helps capital formation and investors. I don't think there's like an either or a dichotomy. I think most of what we do has helped capital formation.
Well, thank you very much. I can recall during the time that we got involved in this issue, particularly looking at the relationship between Robinhood and Citadel, for example, and calls that we received about Robinhood cutting off investments and just closing down. Is that cured or is that common?
The closing down where investors couldn't actually buy additional securities happened because of the relationship with the clearinghouses. And I think this shortening of the settlement cycle was a big plus to that and helped limit the chance that could happen again. So I do think that that was a direct result of the hearings that you had. What was that, in February of 2021?
Well, thank you very much. I've gotten a lot of calls wanting to know, what did we do? They didn't seem to know much about the bills that we passed. And I suppose that the general public does not know what you did, and we need to make sure that we get that information out in some shape or form so people will know that we dealt with those issues at the time that we experienced them. Thank you, and I yield back.
The lady yields back.